Hey guys, I'm just in Big Bear with Lily. It's in the mountains of California, like ski country. It's pretty cold up here. What are you doing? She's very into all the animals that have been through this place. I can't even tell you. So, I just wanted to touch in with you guys because of themes that have been coming up in my work here this week. So, what I'm doing here is I am on a private retreat with some people who are very important to me, figuring out their life transition. They're in a big place of transition in their lives and trying to figure out how to navigate and what to do, especially because the choices are not usually logical ones at times like this, you know? So I was thinking about how common this is in the work that I do, and how there are usually two groups of people who are interested in my work. And so if you find yourself here watching my video, then it's likely that you are one of them. And if not, then I apologize for incorrectly labeling you. But if you are, I hope that this will help with what you may be going through, what you might be experiencing that might challenge you in your life. So the two types are I'm just going to call it what it is without a lot of the mythology behind it, is natural born witches, okay? You're magic, you can do weird things, you sense weird things. You don't understand how you fit into this world, but if you had been born 500 or 600 years ago, you might have had a better place. And you can feel maybe multidimensional entities, maybe trees and weather, and you know what I mean. I think I got it across. The second type of people who are often attracted to my work are people in big transition in their lives. And so you might be one of those. Both of those might be you. But there are a few common themes that I've seen that I hope to assist you by telling you what I've observed. And I've been doing this for the thing about people coming to me in transition. Sorry, go outside and smell a tree. It's really delicious. Especially certain pine trees smell like cinnamon and sugar. Anyways, when people come to me in transition, I've been doing this work for several years at this point. And what I find are always a few things. And I found myself saying them today in the meetings I was in. And so I realized that it would be a good idea to say them to you. And the first is, I can't even think of one exception, met someone who took a leap of faith, who, when that leap of faith was directed by the universe, when it wasn't them just being sick of something and wanting to escape it, and when it wasn't them trying to like run from something to the other thing, and you can tell based on the inspiration you feel and the amount of fear you feel. Both are probably going to be there, but you can also tell by what your universe is inviting you to do. And when I say that, I mean synchronicities that line up, that keep pointing at this leap of faith over and over and over. I have never once that I can think of, in several years that I've been doing this now, met anyone or spoken to anyone who regretted that leap of faith. It wasn't always sunshine and roses, but nothing is. And it's not that it doesn't have challenges, but it doesn't have the challenges they were afraid of. That has never really happened. The things that keep you back from that leap of faith, being afraid what people are going to think of you, that's a huge one. Being afraid that you're going to fail, the whole failure thing, often we follow that down and we're like, okay, so what's the worst thing that could happen? You would be lose your job and be homeless on the street. Okay, well, even if that were to happen, which it probably won't, even if it were to happen, you'd still be okay, and you could stop whenever you wanted by doing whatever it is that you know how to do. And I'm not hating on people who choose to have mobile lives like that and ungrounded lives like that. I think that every path is divine, but usually if that's the fear, the answer is it's probably not going to happen. And the third thing is that generally, if you take a leap of faith and the universe has put these stepping stones in front of you, even if you can't see the last one, and it's certain that you won't because it's a paradigm shift, so you can't see how it's going to go. You know, because you start to take that leap of faith and other ones line up and line up and line up and line up for you. So it's easy to continue and keep going. So that's the first thing I wanted to tell you about doing it. So you won't regret it, especially if cross your T's, dot your I's, do the things you need to do in order to feel grounded, but take the leap too. And an affirmation that I always tell the universe, because leaps of faith have been requested of me so many times in my life. And sometimes they're really scary. Sometimes they're leaps of faith physically, like leaving school, leaving a marriage, moving across the country. Sometimes they're leaps of faith metaphysically, like believing a new type of entity exists that I'm afraid I'm crazy because I'm seeing and hearing and talking to. And this is always what I tell the universe with any leap of faith. I won't go until I am sure of my footing. And that might mean something like, if I'm being asked to make a big shift with work or something, it might mean I won't go until I know I can pay my bills. I won't know I can go, etc., etc. I won't go until I'm sure. But there's a second part of that that's me showing up. And it's, but once I'm sure, I promise to go. I will go. And that kind of covers your basis, I feel like, because it doesn't make you do something silly. But once the lineup comes, then you have to do it. Once you're sure it'll work, and you know how that feels, you know what that feels like inside, you have to fulfill your part of the contract if you want to invite that to happen to you, to happen for you. So yeah. Also, something that has been coming up in this retreat that I would love to share is the feeling of inspiration, the feeling of being able to invite a calling and to develop your calling. And I would just love to request to you guys that you all do that, because that's how we're going to fix the problems in this world, and that's how we're going to create the stuff that we need to create. And I don't want to get on the world is sick and we need to heal it and people are bad for making it that way rant, because I don't actually believe that's true. I think this is all part of the story, and I think we're here doing exactly what we're supposed to do. But that said, it is absolutely obvious to look around and see that we do not live in a utopia, right? But, I mean, utopia means perfect society. That's what you want, right? But I really believe that fixing it, trying to fix it with the old methods, and this isn't a micro level that I'm talking about here. It's inside of us, the small decisions we make in our own lives that then will flower and grow and link up and then put us on synchronicity streams with other people doing similar things. When we start following these down, it ends up being that the inspiration is what guides us. The feeling of the sacred is what guides us. The feeling of the holy is what guides us. Things that teach us, remind us how to be true humans on this planet. And being a true human on this planet, I don't believe has to do with a lot of the things that we fear failing at or being exiled because of. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I have two clear memories of my previous times on this planet, and too many of them where I've been, really bad stuff has happened at the hands of the community that I loved. And I'm sure you guys know what I mean if you've watched my Magician's Memory video. But that said, we all need each other, and we all have different levels of participation. And so if you work based on your inspiration, based on the thing that makes your heart sing, based on the thing that brings healing energy. When you go see someone in a hospital bed, you don't say, gosh, you're so sick, man, you're so sick, I'm sorry you're so sick, let's talk about your sickness, let's poke and prod at your wounds. You say, love you, you're getting better, support you, what do you need, how do you feel great, how can we make you laugh, how can we love you? So come out and love her, love this planet, you know? Like, it's good to fix stuff when it's time for us to fix it, but it's also good to enjoy what we have, and we have a beautiful world. So, leaps of faith. I won't go until I'm ready, but when I'm ready, I'll go. I never know anyone who's ever regretted a leap of faith, ever. And if you're not sure, wait for synchronicity to line up, but invite it to. And inviting inspiration and then acting on inspiration when it comes is your yellow brick road for this whole deal. So, send you guys so much love from Big Bear. Let's see what's coming up. Oh, this Saturday, I'm actually shutting registration tomorrow. This Saturday is Oracle Goddess Workshop in Los Angeles. It's the 14th, and then that next weekend, the 20th-ish, I'm going to be at the One Love Festival helping out, doing some behind-the-scenes stuff there. I'm super excited, so if you're going to be at One Love, come find me. And then after that, I'm not really sure what's about to happen. My path is still forming itself. I might just go back to the East Coast, or I might not. I don't know. So y'all will find out when I find out. I think I'm going to go north. That's been calling, but I'm not certain yet, so here's me calling to the universe, tell me what to do, because I don't know either. Sending you guys lots of love from Big Bear. I just want to say that I do not think I know everything. I do not think I have all the answers. Someone who was angry at me in the past few weeks gave me that reflection. And I just want to say, for those of you who might think that I do, I don't. This is what I feel like I do. You know, when you play video games when you're little and you could hit certain number combinations, they were like cheat codes, and you get a superpower, or you'd get through a level faster or whatever. I feel like I have those, some of them, and I feel like it's my job to give them to you in the best way that I can, and also live a life on this planet as a human, you know, the best I can. But I don't think that they're mine, and I don't think that I come up with them. I can just hear them, and we can all hear them. It's just my job to hear and be an ambassador and a link, right? So yeah, I don't know what's going on any better than any of you, but what I do know, I like to tell you because I love you. So anyways, sending you guys blessings, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next coming weeks. And take care of yourselves, drink water, sleep enough, and enjoy the seasonal change. Goodbye from beautiful Big Bear, California.